Hey everybody, if you watched my video the other day, you know I'm doing some custom 1022s and giving them away on my channel. And I asked everybody if I should paint this one, this Mickey design, in the grayscale like the original design, or if I should colorize it and make him in color. And I had people go vote, and grayscale won by a landslide. So as you can see here, I've already started painting him. So what I'm going to do right now is go back inside and finish painting the design, and then we'll move along with this custom stock, getting it ready to give away. All right, I got the Mickey painted, but I'm not close to being done yet. There's still quite a bit to do. The next thing I need to do is I wanted to sign it. I want to put my little signature that I have, my TYMP signature. I wanted to put it on here somewhere. I thought about working it in really small, like down on the design somewhere. Thought about putting it on the other side of the stock. But I think I decided that the perfect place to put it is on the flat spot on the bottom right here. It's kind of egg-shaped, and I think that would be a perfect place for my little stylized signature. So I'm going to go get the artwork set up, get it sent to the engraver, and see how it ends up looking. All right, everyone, I am actually sanding the stock off now, getting it finished up. And I wanted to take a second here and answer a couple of questions people have put in the comment section of my previous video. I got a couple of people who said that they don't ever want to refinish the stock again because it's just too hard. And they wanted to know, what kind of stripper am I using to get the finish off? How am I sanding it off without deforming it or taking off too much in some places? It's really a pain to sand these types of things. And, you know, I couldn't disagree more. It's not hard. And I don't use any strippers. I just use paper. I start off with like a 180 grit, then I go to like a 220, and then I go to a 320. But there are some tricks you need to know when you're actually sanding. As far as deforming it, one thing you want to remember is don't sand too much. Don't sand too hard. A lot of people think that sanding is about brute force. It's not. It's just about repetition and not keeping the same part of the paper in contact with the wood all the time. Because when you do that, when you push too hard or you just keep using the same part of the paper, you fill the paper with sawdust and you fill the wood with sawdust, and you're just rubbing sawdust against sawdust. When you actually just take your time and go lightly and easily and actually keep moving the paper around, which is why when you're doing rounded areas and you don't want to deform them, you just kind of do it like this. Just rub it around it. It doesn't take a lot of effort. It's just repetition and not putting too much pressure and not allowing, grit to build up under it. And it's really easy to do. Like I said, I don't use any stripper to take the finish off. I just use sandpaper. Now, one thing you will want to keep in mind, though, like there are places like this right here where you see that dark spot. Someone will say, well, I got to get all that off. That's finished. It's not actually finished. That's where the router that shaped the wood burnt it a little bit. And because it burnt it, that'll go deeper than the finish and it'll go into the wood. And you don't want to take all that off. Because if you do, you will malform or misform or whatever you want to call it. This little area right here, you'll reshape it. It won't look right when you put things back together. So keep that in mind, that there are some burn spots on something that's been, milled. And you're not going to get all that out. But don't worry about it, because you're not going to see it when you refinish it. You didn't see it in the first finish, and you're not going to notice it now. So don't worry about that. Just go over the whole gun, like I said, with a heavier grit, and then go to lighter grits. And it's all about just repetition, moving the paper so you're not always on the same spot. Don't wear yourself out putting too much pressure on it. And pretty soon, you'll have a fully sanded stock. All right, it is completely painted. I have put the signature on the bottom there, and as you can see, it's fully sanded. So I am done with part 2 of the video series, because now I've got to stain this. That's got to dry for a full 24 hours, and then I can start sealing it, and then in the next video I show you, it will be completed. Now, remember, I've been asking people which one we should do next, because we're almost done with this one. So let me know. Like I said, there's a link in the upper corner of this video where you can go over to the t-shirt section of my Shopify, look through all the designs there, and decide which should be the next stock design. We've got some people voting on the guns don't kill people, the government does. We've got people wanting to do the bear and rabbit business. We've got a couple other suggestions. Some people want to see Mavis on here next. So it's really up to you guys. Let me know. I will put the link, like I said, in the upper corner of this video. And when you decide what one you think I should do, send me an email to shootingleftofcenter@gmail.com and say next stock in the subject line, and then let me know which design you think I should put on there. But like I said, for now, that's part 2 of the first stock. I'll show you the completed stock in a couple of days. Hey everybody, Yankee here. Before we go, I just want to take a second to remind everyone that this channel is 100% viewer funded. We don't take a penny from advertisers, retailers. We don't take money from political organizations. There's no one telling me what I need to tell you. Everything that we do is done through the generosity of our viewers, either buying merchandise or becoming a patron or a Subscribe Star member. You're all the ones that support Pets and Vets and TYMP. And that's the reason I can stay true to myself and loyal only to the people who watch my channel. And I can spend my time talking about what I want to talk about, telling what I think needs to be said, and giving you my uncensored take on things I think you need to hear. So if you'd like to help keep things that way, please support the channel by becoming a patron, a Subscribe Star supporter, or just going over to my web store and buying some merch. The links are all in the upper corner of this video.